Closing the eyes and feeling those sit bones sinking into the ground. Feeling the muscles around the sit bones relax and give way to the bones to release down. You feel the belly relaxing open. Notice how the whole body responds to that. Maybe taking a moment to find your place in space, perhaps rocking a little forward or back or right or left, till you feel the place where you feel most grounded down and lifted up. A place that allows you to be open and relaxed, but also straight and tall. Really paying attention to the aspect of heaviness in the body. Feeling the bones, feeling the sense of letting go. And then shifting and feeling the softness, the lightness that all that heaviness supports. The more grounded you are, the more freedom there is to open. Feeling the breath, moving deeply into that opening. Feeling the space inside. Staying with the rhythm of your breath, you can begin to circle around from the hips, moving with the pace of your breath, rounding your back across the back of the circle, tucking the chin, and opening your chest, lifting your gaze across the front of the circle, inhaling there. Exhaling around the back, inhaling across the front. And on your next breath, reverse directions. And then come back up, sitting tall, relax the shoulders down. And then inhale, opening the arms wide, chest out, eyes up. Exhale, rounding the back, clasp the hands, press the palms forward, pull the belly in. And then inhale, arms up. Exhale, round and press forward. Inhale, open, arms back, chest out, eyes up. Exhale, round, hands press out, belly pulls in. Inhale, lengthening up tall. Exhaling forward. And continue like that at your own pace. Taking your time with the breath. Using the movement to enhance the inhale and the exhale. But not to let the movement set the pace. Let the breath set the pace so that you complete the inhale and the exhale. And the next time your arms come out to the side, you'll exhale and place your left hand down and bring your right arm over. And then inhale, arms up. Exhale, other side. Inhale up. Exhale, other side. Notice how lightly you can move. Like a willow blowing in the breeze. So we start off just with a gentle, easy movement. And then the next time the left hand comes down, stay there. Drop the left elbow. Press into the left hand, pressing down into the right sit bone, and then reaching out long. And we'll feel the contrast between that lightness that we were just exploring and this effort. That left hand pressing, that right hip pressing, maybe tucking the left ribs under to roll your body open a little more. Maybe gazing up or down if your neck is happier that way. Extend out long through the right fingers. Feel the fullness of your breath moving into the shape of your body. Feeling the shape and expanding it. On your next inhale, right arm comes up. Turn to face your left knee and fold over, bringing the right hand to the floor, the head down. Continue to press into your left hand to send your right hip back. And then reach out of the right hand. Exhale all the air out and sink the body. And then on an inhale, roll up, reach both arms up. Exhale, right hand down, leaning across. Bend the right elbow if you can. Push into the right hand. Press the left sit bone down. And extend out long through the left arm. And turn your gaze up or down if you need to, but keep that rotation so that the right ribs are kind of tucking under you. Exhaling, sinking down even more. On an inhale, the left arm lifts. Turn your chest to face your right knee and fold forward. Notice how the left sit bone may have lifted off the ground and push into the right hand and send that left sit bone back and down. And then reach that left arm out away from the sit bone. Finding the breath deep and slow. Feeling exactly where the breath goes. And notice if breathing deeper allows you to feel more area of your body. And on your next inhale, lift up, reach both arms up. Exhale the hands together at the heart. Release the hands down. And release the legs, shake them out. And then we'll fold the right foot in to the inside of the left leg. Good. And with the right hand down on the ground beside you, we're going to press into it and lift up. And then exhale and come down and fold. We'll just go back and forth that way. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, lift the hips up. Exhale, come down and fold. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, just the right hand down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale up. Exhale, right hand down, and we'll stay here. Try to bring the entire left foot on the ground. Try to straighten your left leg. And press into the top of your right foot, taking the hips under you. Good. And breathing into the heart. Head back. And then release down. Fold forward, flexing the left foot firmly in toward the face. As you inhale, press the left thigh down and extend the spine out longer, as though your head is being pulled away from your hips. On the exhale, draw the navel in and relax. And keep that left leg really active. The foot is engaged and the leg is pressing into the earth. And as when we began class, see if you can feel how that strong, effortful, heavy foundation allows the rest of the posture to be light, receptive, relaxed. So breathing in, long spine, breathing out, soft upper body, folding into that firm foundation of the leg. Maybe the head lets go a little more. Maybe the elbows drop a little more. Maybe the face relaxes a little more. And then roll yourself up on an inhale. Reach the arms up. Exhale down. And we'll take that right foot and bring it into the left elbow, cradling the leg as best you can. And then rock the baby. Stay with your breath, even though the movement is going to be faster than your breath. Keep your breath slow and rhythmic and feel the rhythm of your breath. And that'll keep the relaxation response in the body. Okay, let's place that right ankle on the left thigh, just above the knee. And then we'll bend that left leg, keeping the right foot firmly flexed. And then you can thread that right hand through that triangle inside and bring the hands around the shin, or you can have your hands behind you. Whatever is going to facilitate bringing your torso closer to that right foot. I personally like to do it with my hands behind me because then I feel like I can push back into the hands and still keep my chest open, as opposed to this way. It's a little bit harder, although certainly possible. And if that feels better to you, then go with that. But really focus on bringing the lower back ribs forward so that we're not collapsing in the heart. Not just because we want to keep the heart open, but because if you collapse in the heart, the stretch isn't as deep. Good. Now close your eyes and see if you can soften that right hip buttock. There may be some resistance going there. And just see if, in spite of the stretch, which is probably fairly deep stretch, in spite of that, you can let that hip, buttock, leg relax and really receive the stretch. And you're keeping the foot firmly flexed. Again, providing that support. Feeling the contrast between the places that are working and the places that are not. Okay, and release and straighten that left leg again. Release the right leg, straighten it out. May take a minute for it to come back. Shake it out. Good. And then bring the left foot to the inside of the right leg. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, hips up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale up. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale up. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down and forward. And once more. Left hand down. And we'll lift and stay here. Place the right foot on the ground, the whole foot if you can. Straighten the right leg. And press down into the top of the left foot to tuck your left buttock under and maybe lift those hips a little more. Maybe drop the head back a little more, maybe the arm. Feel the vulnerability of the openness of the pose. Breathe into it. And then release down. Flex the right foot and fold forward. Extend out through the heel. Pull in through the toes. Press down through the leg. And inhale long through the spine. Exhale, navel in. Sinking the weight of the body. Practice letting go. Use that exhale. Release all the air out and feel the letting go that's possible. Stay firm and grounded through the leg. Breathing deeply up the spine. And then roll yourself up. Inhale, reaching arms up. Exhale, the arms down. Bringing the left foot now into the right elbow. And to whatever extent you can, wrapping the left arm around and rocking. Slow, long inhale. And then place that left ankle above the right knee. And bend the leg. And take whichever hand position you want. If your hands are behind you, it might be nice to flip the fingers to point back so that the shoulders can roll open a little more easily. But do what's going to work for you. Lifting the chest, but also moving those lower back ribs toward that front thigh and that left foot. So they kind of both go together. You can notice if you lift and open your heart, it might automatically bring those back ribs under you. Find the fullness of the breath. And then try to soften into that left hip. Imagine you're just sitting on a couch, relaxing, crossing one leg over the other, nice and easy. Just pretend. Okay, and straighten the right leg, release and straighten the left leg. Shake it out. Okay, and then cross your ankles and flip over onto hands and knees. And we're going to walk the knees out, keeping the feet level with the knees and keeping the knees level with the hips so that the thighs go straight out from the body at a right angle, not back, not forward, straight out. So they should be parallel to the edge of your mat. And then the shins parallel to the other edge of the mat. So you have right angles. And then if you can, you might want to lower down onto forearms. You can support your head with your fists or your hands, or bring your head resting onto the ground. Notice the stretch, but more importantly, notice your response to the stretch. Maybe first noticing your mental response. Is there irritability? Is there enjoyment? Is there kind of not knowing what's going on, just kind of nothingness? No judgment about any of it. Just notice how the mind is reacting to what you're feeling. So much of how the body reacts is based on how the mind reacts. Even though the stretch is probably intense, if the mind isn't minding it, isn't bothered by it, then the body is less likely to resist against it. But notice if the body is resisting against it. There's the natural resistance of stretching, but then there's also that extra layer that we sometimes add of not liking the stretching or not wanting to feel the intensity and holding back in some way. So see if there's any of that and if it can be let go of. Maybe focusing back on the breath so that there's a sense of ease and something maybe a little bit more palatable to relax into. Good. And then we'll come up and out of that. And then just circle the hips around, keeping the knees together, moving in one unit. And then reversing. Good. And then back to neutral, coming back into a table. So the knees hip width apart, the hands shoulder width apart. And then we'll take a balance. So the left leg can come straight back and then lift it up to the height of the hip. And then bring the right arm forward. Taking the gaze down so that the neck is straight and long. And lift your belly to support your back. Extend back through the foot. And then bend the back knee, reach your right hand for your left foot. Look up as you kick the foot up and back. Kick it toward the wall behind you and then up toward the sky. Let that shoulder be rolled open and see if the breath can move up into that open chest. Good. Release and then round the back, pulling the knee in toward the forehead toward the knee. Press the hands into the ground, pull the navel to the spine. And then curl the right toes under. Push into the hands, lift the right knee, and then lift the left leg up, flexing the foot, dropping the head. See if you can lift the left heel without lifting the left hip. So we want to leave the hips level to the ground and to each other, and then just lift the leg a little higher. Push forward into the hands, sinking into that right heel. Breathing deep. And then inhale, look forward and step the left foot up between the hands. Good. Back heel is on the ground and we lift ourselves up. Bend the front knee and press that right thigh back and really feel that right heel sinking into the ground. Again, feeling the foundation, feeling both feet really grounded. And then letting the body sink down. Maybe the knee bends a little more, maybe the tailbone drops a little more. And then turn that right hip toward the left knee. Keep the right leg straight and pressing back so you get a nice opening in that hip. And then we'll take the arms up, pull the shoulders down, lift the chest, maybe lift the gaze if that's comfortable. Warrior one. Keep the tailbone moving forward, keep the left knee moving forward, and stay with the groundedness in your feet and legs. Feel the lift of your heart as you breathe. Beautiful. Lower the right hand down to the back leg. Inhale without straightening the front knee. Lift up tall through the left pinky. And then exhale, lean it back. Good. And then lower the left hand down. Bring both hands down to the ground. And then bring the right knee down. Bring the left knee back. Let's come into child's pose for a moment. Just integrating that side. Relaxing. Breathing. Feeling the experience from the inside. And then come back up onto hands and knees. Lining the hands under the shoulders, the knees under the hips. And we'll send the right foot back and then lift it up to the height of the hip. And bring the left arm forward and line the head up inside that arm so it's not above it, but level with it. Lift the belly to support the back. Breathing deep and slow. And then bend the right leg, reach the left hand back for the right foot. As you kick the foot back, see how it can roll that left shoulder open. And then kick the foot up, lift the eyes up. Maybe noticing the challenge to breathe into the chest. Rising to the challenge. Release the hand down, pull the knee into the forehead, forehead to the knee, round the back, lift the belly, press the hands into the ground. Spread the breath wide into the upper back. And curl the left toes under, press into the hands to lift the left knee, press the left heel down, and then lift the right foot, flexing the foot. And then level the hips. So we're not getting the leg higher by opening the hips toward the right side. We're keeping both hips facing down, and then just imagine a string hooked to the heel, pulling it up. Drop the head. Feel the breath. And then on an inhale, look forward. Exhale, step the foot up between the hands. Back heel comes down on an angle, and we lift ourselves up. Good. Pressing that left thigh back. Feeling how that helps ground through the foot. Then keeping the legs strong and straight and the heel down. Just aim that left hip for the right knee. And take the arms up. And with an inhale, lift the heart. With an exhale, sink the hips. Bend deep into the knee. Get as low as you can without bending the back leg. Maybe taking the head up and back a little bit. Tailbone under. And then just the left arm comes down, finding the left leg. Reaching up through the right pinky. And then sending the arm back, the head back, the left arm down. Stay low and deeply bent in that front knee. Good, and then bring both hands down. Drop the left knee. Bring the right knee back. And come back into child's pose. How much can you let go of? Feel the support of the ground, allowing you to release. And extend the arms overhead. Lift your hips off your heels. Keep your hands where they are, but spread the fingers wide. Curl the toes under. Lift the knees and press the legs back. Good. And then inhale, lift your gaze a moment. Feel the hips moving back. A little bit of an arch in the back with the head lifted. Feel the hips moving toward the heels. And then drop the head and sink the chest toward the thighs. Good. Pull the shoulders down the back and roll the inner elbows up toward the sky. Drop the head again. Press into the fingers some more. Press the thighs back. Sink those heels. Good. There should be a little bit more space in the body now than we began. So notice how the breath feels inside the body in the space that's here. Beautiful. And then walk the feet up to the hands. With soft knees, tuck the chin, roll yourself up. Reach up, inhale. Exhale down. 2 more like that. Then just letting the arms come to rest. Maybe turning the palms forward. Closing the eyes. Softening the knees. Not bending, just not locking. Feeling the breath. And then let the weight shift into your left foot. And feel the whole body lining up over that foot until the right foot becomes kind of superfluous. And then when you're ready, open the eyes. Find a spot in front of you and let your eyes gently but firmly rest on that one spot. And slowly lift the right knee up, clasping the hands below the knee. And as you pull the knee up, you use that to also pull the shoulder blades back. And then press down through the left leg and lift tall through the crown of the head. And pull the navel in and down, lengthening down through the tailbone. And slowly release the foot down. Stand with the eyes closed for a moment. Beginning to shift weight into the right foot. Feeling the whole body lining up over that foot, supported by that foot. Feeling the rhythm of the breath, steady, gentle. Eyes open, and see how much you can keep your awareness inside, even with the eyes open. So that's part of the reason why we keep the gaze fixed. It's for the balance, but also to limit the visual distractions so the internal focus can remain. And then the left knee lifting up, hands coming below the knee, pulling the shoulders back, opening the chest, and pulling the navel in and down. Really grounding down through the standing leg to lift tall through the head. Keep drawing that left knee in and up. Stay with your breath. And release down. Close the eyes, feel. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. And I like this version lately, maybe just because I have some neck issues. So I offer it, but feel free to do whichever version you like. I like clasping my hands behind my head and then pulling down toward the ground. Here the navel scoops in and up, and the feet press down, and the thighs lift up. And then hands come to the floor as the knees bend. Keep bending the knees until the buttocks comes to the ground. We'll end with a shoulder stand. Now, if your neck is not able to do shoulder stand and you're near a wall, you can come into legs up the wall. Even if you can do shoulder stand, you're welcome to come into legs up the wall. If you're not near a wall, then you do a middle of the room version by bringing your hands under your hips and bringing your legs up the wall, up the imaginary wall. And the rest of us will come into shoulder stand by holding the legs and rocking for momentum. And then when you're ready, move the hands from the shins to the hips and then start to walk the hands down toward the ground. Elbows toward each other. Try to get on your shoulders. In theory, if you're doing this right, your neck doesn't feel it at all. I have a kind of challenge in my neck and it doesn't bother me. That's not to say that your neck challenge might not be bothered. Maybe if you have a slip disc in your neck, this isn't the right practice for you. But the point being that you really want to be on your shoulders, not on your neck, whether you have a neck issue or not. It is, after all, called a shoulder stand, not a neck stand. And try to reach up through the toes. We'll come down very slowly, bending the knees toward the forehead. Maybe there's time for one quick twist. So have the knees come down to the right, turning the head to the left. Feel free to bring your right hand to the left leg and sink your way down into that right hip. Drop into the ground. And then take it over to the other side. Maybe the left hand wants to support that right leg in coming down. Head turns to the right so that the twist is in the whole spine, even the neck. And the breath is in the whole body, not just the area below the twist, but below and above. And then come center, hug the knees to the chest just to neutralize the spine for a moment. And then release the feet down, lift and tuck the tailbone, release the legs, shake them out. And if you're working with an eye pillow or a towel or something on your eyes, you can place that there now. And then release the arms out to the side, let the legs relax. Good. And we'll take a deep breath in, hold the breath, and tense every muscle in the body. Toes, thighs, buttocks, hands, arms, face, belly, every muscle, tight, 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 tight. That's it. Keep going. And relax. Let it go. Softening, melting. And then just feeling the breath, also letting go. Breath happening entirely on its own. Let your mind find the place in your body where you most easily feel the breath and rest there. It's kind of like you go to a park and you sit on a bench and you watch the people go by and you watch the birds. You don't move from that spot, you just sit on the bench. And there's activity going on around you. You're not engaged in it, but you're engaged with it. You're watching. This is the role of the mind, just sitting and watching the movement, feeling the sensations. Relax. Body, relax. Letting go. Letting go. Letting go. Breathe into your heart. Move the fingers and the toes. Reach the arms overhead. Take a deep breath. Stretch long. Hug the knees into the chest and rock from side to side, feeling the ground massaging your back. And then come center and rub hand to hand and foot to foot. Waking up the body. Come over onto your side, either side. Resting your head on your underside arm. Resting your body on the ground. Feeling the support that's there. The heaviness that allows for the lightness that's also there. The softness, the ease. And then slowly make your way up to sitting. Your head will come up last. Sit bones sink down. And the crown of the head lifts up tall toward the sky. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale the hands together at the heart. Inhale the heart up to the hands. Exhale, shoulders relax down. Inhale deeply, breathing in from bottom to top. Take it all in. Let it all go. Drop the chin to the chest. Namaste. Thank you for your practice.